Some people think talking to yourself is a sign that something is wrong. Maybe you've caught yourself thinking out loud while working, replaying conversations in your head, or giving yourself a quiet pep talk before a difficult moment. And perhaps you've wondered, why do I do this? Is it normal? The truth is, it is far more common than most people realize. Psychology shows that self-talk is a natural mental process used by people of all ages. In fact, many highly creative, intelligent, and self-aware individuals regularly talk to themselves, not because they're disconnected from reality, but because they're deeply engaged with it. What matters isn't whether you talk to yourself. It's how you do it. If you often speak your thoughts out loud, you may possess unique strengths that others overlook. Here are 5 traits you might have if you talk to yourself often. Number 1. You have strong self-awareness. People who talk to themselves tend to spend more time observing their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Research indicates that self-reflection helps us understand why we feel certain emotions and why we make certain choices. Speaking your thoughts out loud can make this process even clearer because it slows down your thinking and turns vague feelings into something concrete. Think about the last time you said, "Why am I so stressed right now?" Or, "What am I really worried about?" You weren't just talking, you were investigating your inner world. Many people move through life on autopilot, reacting without understanding themselves. But when you engage in self-talk, you create space between your emotions and your actions. You become more intentional. Instead of being controlled by your feelings, you learn from them. This ability to understand yourself is one of the most valuable skills you can develop, because self-awareness is often the foundation of emotional growth. Number 2. You are a better problem solver. Have you ever noticed how solutions become clearer when you say them out loud? That's not your imagination. Psychology shows that verbalizing thoughts helps organize information and improve focus. When you hear your own words, your brain processes the problem differently. What seemed confusing inside your head suddenly becomes easier to understand. Imagine you're trying to make a difficult decision. You might say, "If I choose this option, here's what could happen. But if I choose the other one, these are the risks." By talking through the situation, you're giving your mind a chance to slow down and evaluate possibilities more effectively. This is why athletes talk themselves through techniques. It's why students explain concepts aloud while studying. And it's why many successful people think out loud when working through challenges. Your self-talk isn't a distraction. It's a tool. Number 3. You have strong emotional resilience. Life can be overwhelming. Everyone experiences setbacks, disappointment, and moments of self-doubt. But people who use positive self-talk often recover more quickly from difficult experiences. Research suggests that the way we speak to ourselves influences how we handle stress. When something goes wrong, you have 2 choices. You can tell yourself, "I'm a failure." Or you can say, "This is hard, but I'll figure it out." One voice weakens you, the other strengthens you. People who regularly talk to themselves often become their own source of support. They encourage themselves when no one else does. They remind themselves to keep going. And over time, they develop a quieter kind of confidence. Not confidence that depends on praise from others, but confidence built through trust in themselves. Because when you've learned to comfort yourself, setbacks lose some of their power. Number 4. You are highly creative. Creative people often have rich inner worlds. They ask questions, imagine possibilities, and explore ideas from different angles. Talking to yourself gives those ideas room to grow. Research indicates that externalizing thoughts can boost creativity by helping the brain make new connections. Maybe you find yourself brainstorming out loud while walking. Maybe you create imaginary scenarios or rehearse future conversations. Maybe you suddenly stop and say, "What if I tried it this way instead?" This isn't strange. It's a sign that your mind enjoys exploring. Many writers, artists, entrepreneurs, and innovators use self-talk to generate ideas because creativity rarely happens in silence. It happens through curiosity. And self-talk is often curiosity finding its voice. Number 5. You are more independent in your thinking. In a world filled with opinions, expectations, and constant noise, it takes courage to listen to yourself. People who talk to themselves often rely less on external validation because they've developed an internal dialogue. Instead of immediately asking others what they should do, they process decisions on their own first. They challenge their assumptions. They question their beliefs. They think critically. Research suggests that reflective self-talk helps strengthen decision-making by encouraging people to consider their values and priorities. This doesn't mean you never seek advice. It means you trust your ability to think for yourself. And that trust becomes a quiet advantage. Because the people who know themselves best are often the ones who stay grounded when everyone else is uncertain. Of course, not all self-talk is helpful. If your inner voice is constantly critical, harsh, or discouraging, it's important to notice that pattern and gently challenge it. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you care about. With honesty, with patience, with compassion. Your inner voice becomes the environment you live in every day. Make it a place that supports your growth. So, if you've ever felt embarrassed about talking to yourself, remember this. You're not weird. You're not broken. You may simply be more reflective, creative, resilient, and self-aware than you realize. The conversations you have with yourself shape the person you're becoming. Make those conversations count. If this video resonated with you, let us know in the comments. What do you usually say to yourself when life gets difficult? And if you want more psychology insights that help you better understand yourself and others, subscribe to the channel and join us for the next video.